Good day to you, One Bug House. I want to make this for my grandson, so any excuse to come out into the workshop. The variations, the options are totally, it's entirely up to you. I've put a load of tubes in here for the bees. They like to lay their eggs in there. This is a butterfly part where the butterflies go in at the top. I was just going to put some pine cones or stuff, and same at the bottom with leaves and stuff like that. You want to find a mesh than this. I was just testing it out, see if it works. It don't really. You need to find a mesh to keep all the bigger birds out. Like I said, just get this. This is just turning into a bird feeding station. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you really like it, you could always subscribe. Enjoy the video. First of all, I was going to make it out of pallet wood, and then I had a bit of a read up. And some of the chemicals they put in these pallet woods isn't good at all. I think it's called methyl bromide or something. Sounds lethal. It's a pesticide, so it's not a lot of good for my little furry friend bees and some of the bugs. So I've got some tulip wood, which I had left over from ages ago, and I know it's not been treated. That is just, it's all going to go through the thickness. It means machining, which I do want to do because it'll make it keep it simple. But that's all I've got, I'm afraid. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to fill the bug hotel full of goodies. I've got these bamboo tubes. They're all different sizes. That's for the bumblebees and the rest of it to go and live in. Got a box of those. Also, I've got this branch. I'm going to cut it in small section and drill holes in it for more bee houses. Then I'm going to cut a piece off to put at the bottom. I have a CAD drawing. This is my CAD drawing, and yes, proper CAD. Right, choppy planey time. Right, I'm just dry fitting everything. Now for the roof, I need to just work out what I'm going to do with the roof. But I don't want to put any preservatives on the roof timber or anything really. So I've got a nice piece of cedar. It's been kicking around for a bit, so I thought, well, that'll silver off, just like the tulip will eventually, and it'll give a bit more protection. Right then, it turned out that 45 degrees pitch on the roof is a good one anyway. It just looks nice with the size of the roof. I'm going to cut these down. There's a little overhang which is nice, which is about 35mm or inch and a quarter, just an inch and 3/8. And then cut these ends off, cut these ends off, and then what I'll do is, after I've made the butterfly hatch, I shall lay all the pieces down and I'll give you all the measurements. Right then, measurements. I'll do it all in millimeters, and then because I've only got millimeters on my tape measure, and then I'll put the imperial sizes up on the screen. Right, there's only a few components, which isn't too bad. There's the base, bottom shelf, middle top shelf, sorry, left side, right side, and the roof, left and right side, but they're exactly the same. Two sides are exactly the same. So if I start with the front, the slot on the butterfly box is 10mm wide, and I think I made that 75mm long. I had a look and look around on the Tinterweb, and the average size was about 10-12mm, so I've done mine 10mm. So hopefully they're like that. I mean, the size for the outside size, I'll put two 45-degree angles on the top and bottom, because I don't, when it rains, I don't want to sit on there, so it'll just run across down the front, because it does rain in England apparently. Right, that's 160mm wide, and that is 180mm long, from the long point to the long point of the 45. That's if you want to put a 45 on it. The bottom shelf is 400mm long, and that is 150mm wide. The whole framework is 150mm wide. and is all 30mm thick as well. So we go, the left side is 150mm of course, and then to the long point of the 45, that is 400mm as well. So that'll be 2 of those at 150 by 400mm, and that's to the long point of the 45. The bottom shelf and the top shelf are exactly the same. They are 340mm, again 150 by 30. So you want 2 of those. You want 2 of everything really. You want 2 of everything really, apart from the bottom shelf, and that's about it. Right, the dividers, 150mm, and they are 120mm deep. So you want 2 of those. And then the roof, which is cedar, same again, got a 45mm on both ends, and they're facing each other this time, because I didn't want it like that because the rain again will get into the end grain if possible, but it's going to anyway, but it just minimises it. And then this is long point to long point of the 45 is 387mm, and this stuff is 180 wide, so I'll get that little overhang on the top. And this stuff is 20mm thick. You don't have to use cedar, you can use anything you like, as long as it's nice to the little bees and things. Don't want anything with any additives in it, like pallet wood, which I was going to make it with. But there you go, you live and learn, don't you? I shall now glue and screw it together. What I'm going to do for the back panel to hold it all together, so it's got a back, I'm going to use some ply, some thin 6mm ply. Because it's so thick, it doesn't need too much on the back, just to stop things moving slightly, and then that's it.